मैं जो कह रहा हूँ कि वो सामने लगी है, ठीक है।
चांसेस जो हैं वो इसी तरह ही आपकी लक में चेंज हो जाती है, लेकिन वही मुनीब की बात कि आज शायद लक पाकिस्तान के साथ
Warner, and he grins at Mohamed Amir, who continues to bowl without luck, but bowls beautifully. He's gone for 1 for 16 off his 6 overs. Australia 165 for 1. So Pakistan retained a review from a very close LBW shout that they reviewed off of Wahab Riaz, but then blew it in spectacularly awful fashion.
Got some tweets here. From Vladas, I think that's how you pronounce it. Happy if Smith is not faultless. Like Bradman. I've said Bradman again. Now, you guys never told me why that's such a bad swear word here. But Mick Black on swearing says, after careful observation, I've determined that the word $K is very similar across many languages. That sounds like you've done a study on it, Mick. So does that mean it's exactly how I just spelt it in Esperanto, for example?
That sounds like a PhD thesis waiting to happen.
Please let us know more.
There is an extremely good book on that word.
It's the most versatile word in the English language.
Say the word. Say it. Get it out of the way. Take Jay's advice.
For a later stint.
Good, all right. Save it for when you've just tried the beer. What the flip is this? Stan Huggins says, why are you guys trying to defend Warner and Smith? I just don't understand. Well, I don't know, I'm just getting a bit bored of them being hammered for something that's happened a very long time ago.
Yeah, the ban was ludicrous and was a direct reaction to Australia's ludicrously overinflated sense of their own moral righteousness.
And Safras did come out and say, we're not going to boo them.
Arm as Shoaib Malik in over around the wicket rather to David Warner, who drives this pleasantly out to Imam ul Haq on the cover boundary. They come through for a single. Shoaib Malik with his very distinctive run up where he's exaggeratedly side on and seems to be skidding through to the crease in his delivery stride.
It's like a run-up you have in the garden where there's something in the way.
Yeah, so he starts off fairly front on. He's continuing round the wicket to Steve Smith, then goes turn on, takes about 3 steps and then bowls, and then Steve Smith comes down the track and tries to launch this over the leg side and is beaten by it, but it thuds into his pad. Sarfraz Ahmed was his eyes were widening as he thought that might be a stumping, but a rather injudicious shot by Steve Smith.
Are we saying that Shoaib is jumping out from behind the umpire? Is that what we're suggesting?
Not quite. He's
his own mini version of Wasim Akram.
Not quite. It's very side on and very skiddy. Someone described it on this show as looking as though someone was pushing him up to the crease, as though he was a little bit reluctant. This is back of a length and worked by Steve Smith down to long leg.
Like a sort of late 19th century nobleman.
Amir in beats David Warner again on the outside edge, again bounce and movement from a length, and again past the shoulder of the bat. Amir is bowling absolutely beautifully, but still without that edge. There is no run. Mohammad Hafiz looks a little bit like his pastime is tying women to railway tracks with that moustache.
Give him time. He looks slightly more Holy Grail than Life of Brian, Hafiz. He said, did you say 19th century noble?
I did. Well, if Russia ever need a new Tsar, I mean, he's got the facial hair for it.
Wow.
From Professor to Tsar is quite a promotion, as Amir in slip in place, and Warner plays this into the offside, fielded by Mohammad Hafiz, the Tsar Professor silent movie villain himself, and there is no run.
TV umpire here saying Pakistan dropped the wrong bowler. Hassan Ali should have been dropped, not Shadab. Interesting. I think Hassan Ali is still got a brilliant performance in him. I think he could still spring to life in this tournament.
Hassan Ali is a superb middle.
Thinks Amir's the best chance of making another breakthrough, and he keeps him going.
Maybe even one more, but I think you'd certainly want at least two of the last 10 bowled by Mohammad Amir. He's in up to the crease now and bowls back of a length, and Warner on the back foot, giving the impression that every ball is bouncing off a length. I don't think that did very much, but blocked back to the bowler off the splice. There is no run.
What's a good score for Australia here?
I think you've got to be looking north of 300 from here, probably 320 at least, 170 1 for 1 in the 27th over. Pakistan's batting lineup has been in decent form over the last few years. They have a powerful top three. Fakhar Zaman, Imam ul Haq is not a quick scorer, but is a very consistent scorer, and Babar Azam is just gorgeous to watch, and a very, very fine player. This is a length delivery outside off stump, which David Warner pushes into the offside. Want to, they will not get to, as it's well fielded by the man at cover, who I think is Asif Ali, who, remember, dropped Aaron Finch early on. A catch that should have been taken, but that So water under the bridge, and there is no run. Yet Australia are also seemingly struggling to score off Shoaib Malik, which is weird.
I don't know, he's come of age, hasn't he?
I mean, you would think so at 38, Shoaib Malik, but a very canny bowler, but certainly not a threatening bowler, and that's not a threatening or canny delivery. That's a full toss, which is done.